As a dedicated student athlete, I've been through a lot of tough games and seen a great deal of sportsmanship displayed by members of PCD teams. The game that sticks out the most in my mind happened my sophomore year. It was the New England Soccer Championship game. Late in the second half, our opponents had a one-goal lead, and they thought that the game was over, but our team never gave up. We scored the tying goal with just minutes left. Our hard work, not giving up to the end, is a display of sportsmanship that PCD instills within its students. But there's more. We ended up winning the game in overtime. Needless to say, the other team was crushed. All their seniors dropped to their knees and began to cry. Then, one of our players went over to each and every one of them and picked them up off the ground. He looked each one straight in the eye and said, "Good game." What took place on that day will always stay with me. It was the nicest thing I've ever seen happen in the sporting arena.
PCD saw a great display of sportsmanship this past week by the juniors. Although this example is not specific to the sport, it shows the type of students we have here at PCD. Last year, the juniors won the February Challenge and are expecting another win this year. The results reveal that the freshmen were the actual winners. This came as a surprise to many, but the defending champions nevertheless gave a standing ovation to the freshman class for their efforts in the February Challenge. To me, this instance showed the respect our students have for their fellow students. Not only do their actions display respect, but it shows us that even though we aren't on a sports field, the PCD community still shows sportsmanship in everyday life. Thank you.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude considered as benefiting participants in sports, especially fair play, courtesy, striving spirit, and grace and wisdom. Tonight, I would like to recognize someone who has embodied the striving spirit of a true sportsman. Alex Rose has always had a passion for soccer and tried out for the girls' varsity soccer team every year of her time at PCD. It was during her junior year, after 2 years of tireless effort at practice and on the junior varsity team, that she finally achieved her goal. However, Alex had another passion, dance, which she was tremendously gifted at and potentially offered her the key to college and a future profession. It was during the first part of the season that the conflict between her two loves became unmanageable. Alex was faced with a difficult decision. It was after our third game that I recall Alex coming to practice with tears in her eyes. She cried as she explained to the team her commitment to dance and inability to continue playing. I thought this was the last I'd seen of Alex on the soccer field, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Alex came to every game and every practice in which she didn't have ballet. It was during this season that Alex demonstrated a tremendous spirit, which I believe was responsible in helping us through a difficult first year in Division I. It was through her encouragement on the sidelines and tenacious play at practice that pushed the team to another level. Alex received a varsity letter that year and couldn't have been more deserving. Alex demonstrated the importance of perseverance and a strong mind. A good athlete must be more than a physical talent. They must exceed the limits of their situation and strive to better the sport they love.
We have just heard some great examples of sportsmanship that really stand out in sports at PCD. I can also think of many examples like this and think we are very lucky to be part of this program. Some of the things that I have noticed in my experience here at PCD that really stand out are the little things that people do every day that are sometimes forgotten or go unappreciated, such as pushing your teammates to do better in practice, picking up trash around the bench and getting the equipment, having enthusiasm and positive energy towards your team, listening while not only your coaches are speaking but also your teammates, and finally having more experienced players or older players help and encourage the younger players on the team. Many people at PCD show these sportsmanship qualities, but specifically, a few stand out to me. For example, I think of girls varsity soccer and basketball standing up and congratulating their teammates after they have come out of a game, no matter how long they have played or whether it was 1 minute or 30 minutes. When I think of captains pushing their team to work hard during every practice, Kate Prey, Chelsea DeCesare, and Jill Cody stand out to me because every day they pushed each and every member of our team to give their all during practice. Emily Bogan, during basketball, even though it wasn't her first sport, brought positive energy and enthusiasm to the team during every practice and game. Caroline Dialek, Allie Nyes, Lauren Zucchero, and Amanda Leonard come to mind when I think of people who brought the equipment to and from practices and games during the whole soccer season. Sometimes people forget that these little things that people do every day are sportsmanship. And in the end, it's what makes a team or individual stand out, especially in a program where sportsmanship is highly valued.